Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great day today. Um, it's been a crazy couple of days for me. I've been fighting a cold. Haven't been able to do any videos because if I try to talk past 5 minutes, I would start hacking and it wouldn't sound very nice. So hopefully I can get through this pretty good without having any blips. So I think I'm doing a little bit better today. But so we're just gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna try to cover 2 days worth of my trading here. So we're looking at this buy here, and this is what this is the ETF for S&P 500, and kind of use it to tell me what the market is doing. And yesterday I was looking for it to break through this level. Now Tuesday, I was kind of upset Tuesday because we made this huge move. Before the market even opened. So it opened down here. It's below this trend line. And I was looking to trade it from here down. But it opened down here, sold off a bit, and then got bought all the way back up. So yesterday I was looking at, well, let's see if it's going to attack this line again. If it does, I want to get a piece of it. So, I didn't get as much as I wanted to of it, but I did get enough. And, I was pretty pleased with getting a piece of this. Now, I don't trade this buy. I trade the TVIX. And it just came into play for me when we got this big volatility. And it's just been in the back of my mind because I've been waiting for this market to give me some hard selling. And that's the easiest way to trade this. Not trying to find stocks that follow the SPY and all that. TVIX is going to follow. And, we explain why, it's an exchange traded note and why those, are more apt to follow the index that it's following, which in this case, the S&P short-term futures. So I like trading it. But that's what we got yesterday, and I will go over that trade in a minute. And then today, I was looking for it to continue. Maybe try to push up and, halfway this candle and then sell off. But again, that's not what it did. It opened up down here. It sold off a little bit, and then we were gone. It didn't show any weakness until the end of the day. Just take a look at the 5-minute chart here. So you can see today, this is what it did today. And I was not taking a trade until it broke this trend line. As long as we were staying on this trend, that there was no way this was coming back. And even though we made a lower high here and then a lower low here, we held the trend line. And it continued to push up. And it's weird because every time we got a little pullback, we got a strong bounce. And the longer we got into the afternoon, the stronger these bounces were. And the weaker the pullbacks were. So there was, I guess that's a sign that we're reaching the top. But you really don't know until you start putting in the backside of a move. And we really didn't get that here. So this was not tradable price action for us. It just was not tradable. So, I didn't do anything on TVIX today. But let's take a look at yesterday's. I think I've got the no, there it is. This is yesterday's. And here's where I got in. Oh, we didn't look at the SPY for yesterday. So that's not going to make sense until we look at the this buy from yesterday. Sorry about that. So let's go back to yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, you can see we opened, and I wanted to wait for this thing to bounce and give me a definitive, entry. But unfortunately, I don't have the, hold on, I took the 9 off of here for a second. Let me put this back on, because you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. And what made me jump in when I did. All right, so we had this big sell-off, and I was waiting for the bounce on this. And I thought we were getting it here. I thought we were getting a rejection here off the 9. And that's when I got in this TVIX. That's when I got in right here. And unfortunately, it didn't stick. We got this this other bounce. We got this move back all the way back up. Now, again, we didn't really break trend here. We were still trending down. So, and we were right here on the 50. So I kind of hung on to this. I wasn't going to take it off. I was like, no, my contention is that we are going to sell off. And, that's exactly what I did. And this was the trade that I took on TVIX to coincide with the market here. Now, I kind of messed up my cover. I should have gotten out up here at 53. But this last one, when I was putting in my profit target, didn't have limit. It had market. And when I went, and I thought I had typed in the price, and I hit it, and it filled. So it actually took me out a little bit too early, but still did, decent. 10.2486. That's not bad for yesterday. Gave up maybe another $150 or so, maybe. But hey, I'll take it. You're gonna have, if this is the only mistake I make in a day, I'll be extremely happy. Excuse me. So that was a trade on TVIX yesterday. I didn't get into it until around lunchtime, and which was a little bit early, but hey, worked out. So we did do another trade. Well, I didn't do it. I kind of gave some guidance on it, which in the end turned out not to be the best guidance. But my mini-me, let's get to this. All right, my mini-me, this is a textbook earnings play. This is exactly what I'm trying to teach you guys. I didn't take this trade in my account yesterday because greed, and we're going to talk about greed here in a minute because greed got me today. I was looking at trying to nail Tesla and, didn't really take the easy trade, so to speak. And we had discussed this the night before. And, I was telling them that, this would be one of our number one watches. This one is inexpensive, so you could get in with, 50 shares or so and make some decent money off of it. But got in 100 here, which is a pretty decent entry because we waited all day. We wait, let the trend continue to work. And this never really broke trend. And we did get a little bump here, but we didn't really break any trend until after the close. And, which is okay, because a lot of times what happens if if the stock doesn't drop immediately, you got guys that panic out and they cover their positions not really knowing what's going to happen. They shouldn't be trading this anyway. And that's what causes this. And then once earnings are announced, the stock goes where it wants to go. So what he did, he got in 100 shares here, but he had to cover and take half off because, I don't let him keep much money in here. So you had to take half off going into the close so he could stay within his 2-to-1 margin. And, got this huge move. Now I told him to put the target at 20 because, I thought the 20 was going to be where it ended up. But it blew through 20 and came down through 19. So we had an extra point here that we could have picked up. But, all we're trying to do is get the meat of the move. And on these type trades, you want to put your limit order out at your target and let it hit. Because sometimes, and I've seen this happen too many times, where it'll come down and hit your target and then it'll bounce and it won't look back. Because everybody's taking profit here and it just doesn't come back. Now you got people buying it up. So you always want to have your target, your most logical profit target. And, it's going to take time for you to really get comfortable. And then, sometimes you're going to miss it, like this. But as long as you got the meat of the move, you made a solid trade. So this was real solid. This is just right out of the textbook. Right out of the textbook. I was hoping we get a couple a day, but the market was just out of hand today. It was as bipolar as I've seen it in a long time. But that was the other one from yesterday I wanted to share with you. So let's get into today here. Now I did take, like I said, I was messing with Tesla for earnings play. Now what I was looking for was Tesla to sell off to like 285. That's where I was going to kill it. And then I was going to wait and kind of reset on this. But it never made it down there and it recovered so fast. I kind of had to change, just kind of sit and think about, okay, now what am I going to do? What was the next plan? I felt this thing would sell off, and it may take a day or so to sell off, but my contention was once all of the BS got weeded out, this thing was coming to 260s, but possibly even 250s. I still feel that. I still have that contention. But, we just have to wait and see. I added a little bit before. I think I added 100 shares right before we closed, or the market closed for aftermarket trading last night. And today, according to plan, it's what I told you guys yesterday that was still, in chat when we were doing this. I planned on adding. And I ended up adding twice. I added up here. And I would have taken profit at 300. It never made it. It bounced. I thought we were going to pull back and get it. We didn't. And it just kept going. And so I ended up adding some more here because I thought we put in a lower high. We made a lower low here, so I felt, we were gonna show weakness and sell off into the close. That didn't happen, so I'm still in the battle with this. I'm still in the battle with it, going up and down, up and down, up and down. But where I am today on this. So we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. If it doesn't resolve, I've got to either think about lightening up. Maybe taking half off and leave half on. But I don't want to stay in full size going over the weekend. I don't want to do that. So either way, we're going to do something on this tomorrow. And today, see, what was our trade today? No, that's my son's trade. Okay. LUV, this was our trade today. And we had a couple stocks on watch. We had, and we'll look at those too. This one, as I go through and I look at it, no, there's nothing I did wrong. Here's a 52-week low. This is the setup that I like the best for my opening range trades. One that's losing, or that's below the 52-week low, and we've got smooth sailing. And you can see solid price action, nice looking candles. We open, do just what I wanted to do. We tested up here to 20, sold back off, put in our 5-minute opening range low. As soon as we broke this 52-week low, I pounced. I patiently waited for this. This candle opened, came up and tested, sold off, thought we were in play. And then look at the candles that followed. The 3 ugliest candles of the whole morning. And it just didn't go anywhere. I wanted to take some. I was going to take it off through 49. I was just going to take the whole trade off. Because it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Would have locked in some decent profit. Around 48.75-ish or so. But it just didn't make it. It wasn't in the cards. And, we pushed back and we rejected the 5-minute opening range low and the 52-week low. Came all the way through the 9. The VWAP was inconsequential here at this point. And it just stopped. And it turned around and it went back up again. So I just got to the point where I was like, I'm going to put my stop on and I'm going to let it work. It's either going to work or it's going to stop me out. But I'm tired of looking at it. If you sit here and look at something like this, it's going to steal your mental energy and then you're going to be no good the rest of the day. You may end up taking stupid trades and, all of that. So we didn't want to do that today. And, it stopped me out. So only, $80.58 loss on this. First significant loss this week. And it's not even significant. It's just like $80. So nothing that we can't swallow up or we can't chew up and spit out. But the only thing, as I reflected on this, the only thing that I said I could have done differently is I could have actually taken 300 shares of this, taken half off here at 49, and at least I would have locked in some profit. But I only took 100 shares. I just wasn't comfortable with the way the market was to start off with, so I just kind of messed around in it. So let's take a look at a couple of the other stocks that we had on watch. We had SQ, but that one was just crazy. We had AAL on watch today. You can see we had it just wasn't really tradable for us at the open. It just kind of was crazy. Now I tell you the price action for the most part at the open was just ridiculous. Twitter was good. Once it settled in, you see the big move up it made. We had to pull back, and coming into the open, it was nice. And then here we have, like right around in here, we had the 5-minute opening range high right up in here. Look at beautiful move. Absolutely beautiful. I didn't take this because I didn't think I felt I had more profit potential on LUV. That's the setup I love the best. And, that's why I didn't take Twitter. The other one was Microsoft. We had that on watch. And you could see this one was pretty good too. It kind of chopped around early on, but a nice move. A nice move up. We didn't get any follow through on the secondary move, but once it got through this first 15-minute deal, it was a pretty decent trade. So we have stocks that move every day. It just boils down to, are you going to be in the right one? That's kind of what it boils down to. So that's kind of where it happened today. LUV was a solid setup. Just greed is what got me in it, and not even looking at anything else, because I did have enough time to check Twitter and check Microsoft, but I was just focused on trying to nail a home run, and sometimes that tunnel vision will kill you. But that's it. Hopefully, I think I remembered everything for the last 2 days. But I do have the Sure Trader presentation done. I will be probably will be putting that out this weekend. I've got to record it now and have that up on YouTube sometime this weekend, and may have a special deal in there. I don't know. I hadn't decided yet. Somebody gave me that idea or asked me if I was going to do that tonight, so it just gave me a thought. All right, so look for that this weekend, but we'll get back at it first thing in the morning, and we'll see how we can end this week. So catch you guys in the morning.